Howdy everyone, it's me, the world's smallest squid, back again to rank the second season of Plush videos. Overall, this season was a huge improvement over the last. Well, the last season was pretty much like, it only had a few good episodes. This season had a few below average videos, and that's about it. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into the ranking! In last place, we have the chef. It's just kinda boring. It could have been so much more cinematic and exciting, like, as far as scenery and such. Instead, it's just Kawasaki in the kitchen, the whole video, learning how to make a quesadilla in an uninteresting way. There were some funny moments, but the video honestly just puts me to sleep. So yeah, they're definitely the weakest from season 2 and doesn't really give you anything out of watching it, you know. Next up, we have Super Do. This video had like a lot of potential, but ended up just being kind of half-baked. There were like some funny scenes, especially the start where the story only begins because he get bit by a radioactive penguin. Got bit, not get bit. Anyways, besides that, it mainly just consists of Waddle-Doo doing a couple random things and fighting Waluigi, pretty boring reason. The other main problem is the poor editing, because I hadn't discovered keyframe yet. So yeah, overall not terrible or anything, but it really just didn't turn out that well. Next up, we have the Pirates. This video had some fun energy, and there's a pretty big quality gap between this one and the last two, but it still didn't have the greatest execution. I still look on it fondly though. The main problem was probably just like, I don't know, nothing much happens in it until like right at the end, but the part where they raid the neighbor's house was really good, and like the fight with the police towards the end because they were like sailing around, that was pretty good. So yeah, overall it's pretty good, but it's far from the best. Next on the list is the Halloween special. This one's definitely a fun one, but also it's not exactly that well made. It's like 8 minutes long, half the words are unintelligible, and overall it's just kinda goofy. Still pretty funny though. It involves Kirby finding cursed DVD that brings back weird monsters in the house, and Doc from Back to the Future has to help him go back in time and move a copy of Minecraft Uno out of the way to prevent a car crash. So the monster problem is solved. Very weird. Anyways, so yeah, very fun video, but also I'm not sure I can say it's really that good, so this placement is good. Coming in hot is the election. Now this one had a lot of great moments from the emo do scenes, for example. However, the main issue is a lack of eventfulness in the plot. So it's like 15 minutes, but like 60% of them is just 60% of the video is just them releasing videos online to sabotage each other's chances at winning the election. So yeah, it's not really that eventful, but it's still pretty fun, and there's still some moments that make it worth watching. So pretty good. The next entry on the list is Kirby's Band, an absolute classic among fans of the channel. This one was another collaboration with my sister. This video introduced the fan favorite character, Bobby Jim Legweek. And yes, he does live up to the hype. Every line that comes out of him cracks me up. The reason this video so low on the list, however, is mainly just the lack of an active plot. It's basically just them ripping off Green Day songs for 20 minutes, and that's it. So, while Bobby Jim was one of my favorite characters on the channel, he really deserves a video with a better script, which the sequel to this video really helped with. But we will get to that later. Next up is Kirby the Pokemon Trainer. This one's main premise is just Kirby having a dream about being a Pokemon trainer and having a Pokemon adventure. So this one had like a lot of really good moments, mainly the parts where he catches Pokemon and some of the early gym battles, but the main issue with this video is just the pacing. It's over 20 minutes long and still feels rushed towards the end. Definitely needed to be less ambitious with the plot. Maybe he could have had like his adventure in a Pokemon region of his own imagination, and it had like only 4 gym badges to collect in it. I don't know. It just needed to be trimmed down so it could be well paced and doesn't overstay its welcome. There's still a lot of good moments worth watching it though, so 17th place. Coming in at 16th place is Boxer Kirby. This one's an interesting one for sure. It has plenty of enjoyable moments, and the training montage towards the end of Waddle-Doo singing the Rocky theme was peak. Do-do-do, do-do-do. Anyways, the main issue with this one, similar to the last entry on the list, is the length. This thing is 35 minutes long, and is way too repetitive to justify this. Overall, it has lots of enjoyable scenes, but it needed to be trimmed down badly. Still pretty good though. Next up on the list is the smashing hit, Kirby's Cavity. This one is most notable for just getting a ridiculous amount of views. It's sitting at nearly 10,000 views as of the time of this script. For reference, I've only had one other video with over 1,000 views, and it's still only like half as big as this one, so yeah, it was a huge success, but does it live up to the hype? No, not really, to be honest. I mean, it was a good video, but it doesn't really excel at anything that crazily. It has good moments, good pacing, the kidnapping scene was pretty good, but it's just a basic good video. Still like pretty good, but I can't complain about its success, you know, but it's hard for it to reach the high standards for the view count sets for it, with it being such an unspecial video. Up next is Kirby's Pokemon card, the second Pokemon themed video on this list, weirdly enough. It mainly just entails Kirby trying to train his Pokemon card he finds in order to beat Waddle Doo's overpowered card. This one's basically just what the Pokemon Trainer video should have been. Like, it's under 10 minutes, features wild Pokemon encounters, a montage with Waddle Doo, covered the Pokemon song, which is great, and still has some battle scenes, which, I mean, they weren't that great because, you know, it's just numbers. What can happen was really limited, but overall, it checks all the boxes, does everything pretty well, so yeah. I mean, even if it didn't, it wouldn't really matter for how little time it takes up, so yeah, good video. Coming in next is the Christmas special. This video is not, like, exceptional or anything, but it still delivers where it needs to. So it features some funny scenes, especially the fight between the Cat in the Hat and Santa. That part is peak. Overall, it has a few really good moments, and generally, it's just a good Christmas special. It'll get you in the Christmas spirit, you know? Does what it needs to. Up next is Waddle Doo's Scam. Just like Kirby's Pokemon card, this one is another quick one. Features Waddle Doo accidentally scamming someone, not realizing he's supposed to manually ship out his eBay orders, and gets in a chase with the police. So this one's not all that eventful, it goes by really quick, basically, but it's enjoyable and well executed in the time it does have, so yeah, definitely give it a watch. Just falling short of the top 10 is Kirby Gets Sick. Like Kirby's Cavity, this one also blew up a bit. It's the only other video besides that one to have over 1,000 views as of this video's scripting. So yeah, it has some really enjoyable moments that are like among the best of the season, but it also has like a big issue that where Kirby just watches TV for like a minute straight in a few scenes, so it's just, if you can get past that, then it's a really good video, but those scenes do drag it down a bit, so yeah. Very good video with a few drawbacks. Kicking off the top 10 is Waddle Dee the Writer. This one's just a very pleasant video. It's mainly just Waddle Dee writing a few stories with the help of his friends just to make some cash, you know, really down to earth and enjoyable scenes. And then that is until the end when a potential business partner comes over and then is revealed to have actually kidnapped the real business partner and triggers a police chase. So yeah, that scene at the end was very cool. Very funny, very action-y. I don't know. Stick to the script, come on. You ain't the smallest squid for nothing. Anyways, back on track. This video is not super special, but it's just enjoyable throughout, and definitely worth the watch. So yeah, check it out. Up next is the 35-minute Slapperino, Kirby's Band 2. This one improves over the last in like a lot of ways, especially the story. This time it involves them going on tour around the world, playing shows, and you know, that kind of stuff. While the story is still great, the humor still carries the video. You know, with Bobby Jim, his usual charming self. The songs also improved a bit, although still not meant to be taken seriously. So yeah, overall, this video is just like a big joke, but a really funny one. Coming in next is the baby boo-hoo cry. I don't know, I was just doing a baby impression. Anyways, this one involves Kirby adopting a child that he just finds at his doorstep, only to get viciously pranked by it. This one had a lot of great moments, mainly just the chase scene at the end where Kirby literally pulls out the rope and lassos an airplane just to get away from the baby. But the main thing holding this down from being any higher up on the list is the scene in the middle where Kirby goes to scam people on the street as his job, which, you know, it kind of drags on a bit. It's like a third of the video, really. He did have to spend the time out of the house in order for the baby to set up the prank somehow, so, you know. And also the part where Waddle Doo obsesses over Kirby being a plumber when he brings up the idea of him getting a job was, you know, that was epic. You know, be a plumber, Kirby. I don't know. This video triggers impressions in me. Anyways, great action scene towards the end. Very enjoyable throughout, but a slightly boring scene in the middle. Next up is the Genie. This one is pretty fast-paced and generally fun. It follows Kirby discovering his magical genie who ends up being accidentally passed around from person to person, granting their weird wishes until eventually he lands into Waluigi's hands and he gains the power to challenge Kirby, and pretty good fight scene towards the end because of it, so yeah. Some highlights are Dedede wishing to find his soulmate named Willow McWaddles, the lovely little Waddle Dee with a bow. And also Waddle Dee wishing for some awful-looking anime eyes. They did not look too great, but it was funny. Anyways, fun plot, fun execution, funny scenes with wishes, great video. Next up is a really funny one, Dedede's anime obsession. Basically, it's Dedede obsessing over the various anime and then finding a new way to pester his friends because of each anime until eventually they get tired of him and go get him to forget anime altogether. So yeah, very funny video, but this video idea was actually suggested by Elflin Supporter, or Dreaming Void as they are known now, but you know, same person. And at first I just thought it was like a joke until, I mean, and it kind of was, but you know, eventually I just thought of like a way to actually make it work in the video and put a script together, and here we are. So yeah, the fight scene between Waddle-Doo and Dedede at the end was very cool, so yeah, great video overall. Definitely worth top 6, because it's in 6th place. I don't know what I'm even saying anymore. Getting into the top 5 now, we have the very first video of Season 2, the Easter special. It's kind of funny that I only managed to top the first video of the season a few times, but it's just that good. It's very fast-paced, and it also introduced the Easter Bunny character, played by my younger sister, and he's basically like just as funny as Bobby Jim. The hotel scenes were also pretty funny, but the Easter egg hunt / Easter Bunny encounter was definitely the highlight. The driving montage of them going to the Easter party was also pretty cool. So yeah, in summary, a very funny video without a second of it wasted, because it's only like 10 minutes long. So yeah, definitely check it out. Taking the number 4 spot is Kirby's Watch. This one's pretty short, but it's so much fun. It follows Waluigi trying to steal Kirby's newly acquired watch, trying a bunch of different schemes, and eventually hiring the hilarious thief Grabbit, played by my older sister, to get the watch for him. So like I said, it's a very short video, but it just means it doesn't overstay its welcome. The entire video is funny and well executed throughout, making it an endlessly rewatchable classic. Earning the bronze medal of Season 2, we have the twins. This one follows Waluigi creating clones of Kirby, Waddle-Doo, and Waddle-Dee in order to help take them down. Things go wrong for them though, and they end up befriending their original counterparts, but unfortunately they never should have existed, so Kirby has to find a way to destroy them, which leads to a pretty sad scene at the end where Kirby cuts off the machine that powered their existence, and then they just like fade away, and everyone's just kind of sad about it, but yeah, that's pretty well executed then. Also, Bobby Jim makes an appearance like towards the middle, and he definitely lightens the mood and makes it a better video. So, overall, an amazing video with great storytelling and some good comedy featuring Bobby Jim. Just short of the number 1 placement, snagging the silver, we have Kirby's Clones 3, the season finale. This one follows Kirby's clones getting disowned, and Kirby tried to find a new home for them that is, until the new villain, played by my older sister once again, Majin Buu, kidnaps them, and it turns into an awesome mini-adventure movie. This one has a lot of great new characters, from Lakitu to the Koopalings, but especially Majin Buu. Hope to make him a mainstay on the channel. Don't worry, Waluigi's not leaving anytime soon. Overall, an awesome video, with great storytelling, great comedy, and would be completely deserving of the Best of Season 2 title if it weren't for the existence of the first place video. Earning the title of Best Video of Season 2, we have Grabbing the Gold, Buff-Doo! It was close between this one and Kirby's Clones 3, but this one's just too great. Follows Waddle-Doo getting completely ripped after working out at the gym for a whole week straight, and now everyone just wants to use his strength to their advantage, and chaos ensues. Everything in this video is like almost perfectly done, from the comedy to the script to the robbery scene, you name it. This video just does about everything right, and this is my favorite plush video to come out of the channel yet. Definitely deserving of the number 1 spot. Although it was kind of close between this one and number 2, but you know, just had to give it to it. Well, that was a lot of fun. This was a great season overall, and I'm glad you guys were here to experience it. Let me know if you agree with my picks, and I'll see you all next time when we rank the videos of Season 3. So, thank you all for watching this season and this channel. See you next time. I've been the world's smallest squid. That's alright, I'm smaller than average squids. What are you gonna do, punk? Anyways, see ya!